can't see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A first down throw for Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
27 yards there, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, QB, come on.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
And now the Raven defense is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here we go. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we gonna fight the 48 right now. Let's go. We own it. We own it. Show it.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry, complete. It's another 10 yards on that one, and another first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Mike 48. King. Check out Harry.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Here we go. Hey, alert 48.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. They want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Star here in the Buckeye Stadium is J.K. Dobbins. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 11 more on that one and another first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
Well, did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. And this one's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Pass incomplete. Intended for Austin Hooper. It's now
on 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen on to punt.
Formation for the Browns.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Tough to bring Bryant down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Ravens nothing.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Downs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Justin Tucker to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Johnson now returning. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action. Mayfield going deep here for Bryant. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays with them.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Get it! Get it!
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. It's a foot race. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Mike, 48.
Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
At the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield, and he fires one incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Browns 14, Ravens 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where...
And Andrews lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for the Browns TD. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Parkey with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on second down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Dane dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the bad part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He can't get him down. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Austin Hooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
They're on 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. It got his man complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
They still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning it, Johnson. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. But now it's 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Brought in left side by Snead. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Willie Snead. Out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mayfield now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one. In. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Now Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The ball carrier.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about...
This is caught inside the 15, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
The score, Browns 28, Ravens 21. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now here's Johnson. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. But you might remember Nick Chubb. He had a heck of a game last year in Week 4 in what turned out to be a 40-25 Browns win over these Ravens. He finished with 165 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Of course, never fear for the Ravens, though. After that loss, they went on a run. They would win their next 12 in a row to finish the regular season at 14-2.
Watch 81, fellas. Watch 81.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Good job.
Donovan Peoples-Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 47. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They're on the stop. A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Browns 42, Ravens 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
This pass into the arms of Snead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again, Jackson. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
9 yards. First down, Ravens.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Jackson's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
That is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of 1, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
2-yard line.
Field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Well, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. 1st and 10. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Check 9, check 9. Hurry!
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019, fourth fastest in the NFL. And he flashed the big-time speed again there.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Mayfield with
a gain of 3, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Don't get nothing.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Tucker with the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. A run for Nick Chubb. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Browns, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Game over, time's up. Play my cards, no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back. Did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss. On your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giados on the truck. I had a dream and it's stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I feel but contrary to belief. Loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash. But baby girl, I play for kicks. Told my brother lately I've been scheming. Against all odds like really beaming. My season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act? I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go. You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a young and since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act? I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched.